The start of the 2018 season for the Denver Broncos was a very interesting game, to say the least. Denver defeating the Seattle Seahawks 27-24. I knew it was going to be a close game from the get-go. So I'm going to go ahead and just talk about how the Broncos did and shit. So the Denver Broncos. Let's start with the quarterbacks. Case Keenum didn't. Case Keenum played well considering, but he didn't play all that fucking great. He played he was a mixed bag. Okay, 3 touchdown passes, but he also threw 3 interceptions, all 3 of which were his fault, by the way. And Russell Wilson, he didn't fare that much better. He threw a couple interceptions as well, but at least with Russell Wilson, he had some more fire. He was more fired up, I guess. Not that Case Keenum wasn't, because Case Keenum did do some good things. Thanks. The 3 touchdown passes. One of them was the game, and the last one ended up being the game winner. A questionable game-winning touchdown pass, but a game-winning touchdown pass nonetheless. Oh god. Then you got the running backs. The Seattle Seahawks. Their running backs are just bleh. Nope. They were fucking horrible. Well, Denver's defense did a great job of shutting them down. Yeah. Okay. Except Chris Carson. Except Chris Carson, they just contained him. Rashad Penny, the Seahawks' first-round pick of the 2018 draft, not really off to a great start there. All right, let's talk about the receivers. Some new guys like the tight end Disley really burned the Denver Broncos secondary. Bradley Roby. Yeah, there's a reason why they brought Pac-Man Jones in. There's a reason why the Denver Broncos brought Pac-Man Jones in. Just in case fucking Bradley Roby fucking sucks. And Bradley Roby did fucking suck. Holy crap. His first season as a full-time NFL starting corner, and the first game of the 2018 season, he doesn't play all that well. I didn't see Chris Harris Jr. play that well either. I think he gave up a touchdown pass late in the game, but he made up for it. In the fourth quarter with a big time sack. Speaking of big time sacks, let's talk about Von Miller. There's a reason why Denver paid him the big bucks a couple seasons ago. Oh, and he did not disappoint. It wasn't just the 3 sacks that he gotten. Holy crap! What the hell is up with Russell Wilson going backwards on that shit? That's Tim Tebow horse shit right there. But it wasn't just that. It was also the forced fumble and forced recovery that he had earlier in the second half. Excuse me. So yeah. I believe. Oh God! Then Justin Simmons he got a big interception, picking off Russell Wilson. I said, holy crap! I like Justin Simmons. And Pac-Man Jones got himself an interception. And it looks like Pac-Man Jones is going to be the full-time punt returner. More on that when I get to the end of the video. Now let's talk about the wide receivers. The Denver Broncos, the reason why they're holding on to Demaryius Thomas is because of contract obligations and not wanting to eat a big fucking dead cap money. I get it. And he played okay today. He did catch the game-winning touchdown. But early in the first quarter, in fact, first drive of the first quarter for the Broncos, really, Demaryius Thomas kept dropping passes to the point where the Bronco fans booed the ever-loving shit out of him. And rightfully so, quite frankly. At some point, you gotta live up to the fucking contract. You can't make the excuse anymore that you don't have a quarterback and shit. Well, I wasn't that impressed with Case Keenum's performance. It wasn't entirely on him. Alright? I mean, Emmanuel Sanders had a huge fucking game. 10 catches, 135 yards. And I don't think he had a touchdown, but he did have a touchdown. I remember that, and what a touchdown that was. He had no choice but to go over and do a little flip in order to avoid a tackler or whatever. And hey, you can go to the ground now, so it's not a 15-yard penalty anymore. And speaking of the running backs, let's talk about the two rookie running backs in Phillip Lindsay, especially Phillip Lindsay. I hope Denver does not overuse him like he did, because they overused Lindsay way too much in the game against the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, he did catch a touchdown pass over 100 total yards. Both he and Royce Freeman had 71 yards each. I'd rather have, but if you're gonna run the football late in the fourth quarter, you might want to get Royce Freeman in there a little bit more often. You know what I mean? Yeah, and speaking of running backs, Devontae Booker. Why did the Broncos keep Devontae Booker? Besides his pass blocking abilities and his ability to catch the football out of the backfield for 2 whole fucking yards per catch or whatever the fuck. Make that 3 whole yards per catch. Who fucking cares? What the fuck can this guy do in terms of running the football? Because that's what he's supposed to be, a running back. Okay? Can anyone tell me why the fuck Devontae Booker is still on the team when they had a chance to keep D'Angelo Henderson? Dumb. But anyway. And then the fourth fucking quarter, Von Miller getting a huge fucking sack. Of course, Brandon Marshall of the Seattle Seahawks caught a touchdown pass against the Broncos. This was the first time that 2 Brandon Marshalls were in the game. This should have happened last year, but as we all know, Brandon Marshall suffered a season-ending injury when he was playing with the New York Giants. And he didn't play all that much, obviously. Yeah. If the Seahawks miss the playoffs, though, it's the curse of Brandon Marshall. So you can just blame that on the curse of Brandon Marshall, because Brandon Marshall, as we all know, has never appeared in a postseason game. What a fucking crime and what a fucking shame, because because Brandon Marshall was one of the best wide receivers at the time, 10 years ago. Of course, 10 years later, he's obviously past his prime, but he has shown that he could still play some good football as a wide receiver. And now, because of the Doug Baldwin injury, Tyler Lockett they still have Tyler Lockett, so it is what it is there. But, expect Brandon Marshall to get more touches now. And expect him to be more involved in the offense now. However, I do like that tight end. However, that tight end is pretty damn good. I keep forgetting that guy's name, but whatever. Yeah, Disley, yeah. So that's pretty much the video now, unfortunately. Actually, sorry it wasn't the best, but I just had to get that shit out there. I wanted to fucking do it sooner, but it is what it, got fucking sidetracked. But I will say this: I do have some good news finally. At least good news if you're not a fucking huge fan of Isaiah McKenzie. They fucking finally waived his fucking ass. They cut him the first time because Elway kind of had no choice or whatever. He didn't want to, but because of certain situations that he fucking sucks or whatever, they cut Elway had no choice. However, Stuart Cravens got injured, was placed on IR designated to return, and the Broncos brought him back for whatever stupid reason, because John Elway, as like I said, Elway didn't want to let him go. But then Carlos Henderson is now on the active roster. Carlos Henderson, not D'Angelo. They kept the wrong Henderson, but whatever. But hey, it's not all too bad, because after that, Elway once again had no choice but to cut Isaiah McKenzie. See. How is that good news, by the way? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, asshole! Really? Did you not fucking watch him play last season? He had a good preseason, jerk off! Give him a fucking chance! Oh, shut up. No, he had his fucking chance. Last year. Here, did you not forget that he kept muffing punts and doing stupid shit like, I don't know, run one direction in exciting fashion, and then run in another direction in exciting fashion, all to pick up 10 fucking yards. Whoopee! I don't care if people like Isaiah McKenzie. Get the fuck out of here. This was obviously the correct move that should have fucking happened, should have never even signed him back. Punt returners are a dime a dozen. And did we not forget what happened last year with the Washington Redskins? He made pee-wee football mistakes. No, asshole, he made rookie mistakes. Big difference, fuckface, fat fuck, cocksucker. Nope. Rookie mistakes would imply that he did something in college that he was able to get away with, but he couldn't get it done but he couldn't get away with it in the pros. In this case, in fucking Isaiah McKenzie's case, he made pee-wee football mistakes, football 101 mistakes, like in the game against the Washington Redskins. You know what you're supposed to do when it's like 10 minutes left, when it's like 2 minutes left to go in each half, and you're trying to get points, and you don't have timeouts left, or whatever the fuck? As soon as you catch the football and try and get as many yards as possible, you go out of bounds. And this dumb fuck didn't do that. And guess what happened? The Broncos end the first half coming away with nothing. So give me a fucking break on that shit. This was the correct fucking move. I don't care if idiots don't fucking like it. You either agree with it, you either agree with that opinion, or you're a fucking retard who thinks that Isaiah McKenzie was not given a fair fucking shake. Because we all know that is fucking bullshit. Till next time, later, fuckers.